Today we're going to cook some what I call high-fat carnivore scrambled eggs. I think it's my own invention, that is, I haven't seen it before. It's probably a variation on a few other recipes. The reason it's called high-fat carnivore scrambled eggs is because it's extremely low in protein and extremely low in glucose. So 3 egg yolks, I'd be surprised if there's more than a gram or so of glucose in the 3 egg yolks, and the cream that I'm going to add is called Kaymak. There'll be a thumbnail link at the end of the video if you want to see how to make Kaymak. It's a Turkish traditional cream that originated from the Turkic tribes, then throughout the Ottoman Empire and through Turkey today, where it's become a very popular cream. Yeah, watch my recipe to see how it's made, but I'll show you what it looks like. So this is Kaymak here. I've just made a fresh batch and going to put a bit of salt in the 3 egg yolks and 1, 2 or 3 tablespoons of Kaymak cream. So here's roughly 1. 2, maybe I'll put almost 3 tablespoons in there. It's already got the salt. Just try and scrape that off. Really not to be wasted. Just put this back in the fridge 1 sec. And what we're going to do is just mix the egg yolk with the cream. Because Kaymak is fairly thick, you might be better off with a fork, although you could use a whisk. Mix it all up, and yeah, you have your what I call high-fat scrambled eggs almost ready to go. You might try it with the whisk, see if that helps. Now the Kaymak can be a little bit lumpy, that's because of the skin that forms on the top. Otherwise it is mostly cream. I'll give it a good mix like this. And yep, we're going to now come over to our cooker. We'll put just put the light on. Hopefully you can see that. A knob of grass-fed butter. And we'll just get that going on a medium heat. And while that's melting, I'll just give you a few hints on why I'm on the high-fat carnivore diet and typically what I might eat in a day. I usually eat 1 or 2 meals a day. The first meal contains about 100 grams of fatty lamb and 100 grams of grass-fed butter. That are the kind of ratios you need to qualify for a high-fat carnivore meal and to get into nutritional ketosis. And sometimes I'll have that with these scrambled eggs, although I don't typically have eggs every day. I certainly don't have the egg whites because they're high in protein, and I'm also allergic to the protein in egg whites anyway. But I think I can tolerate the occasional egg yolks. And given again that you want all your high-fat carnivore meals to have moderate to low protein, as close to 0 carbs as you can get, and a fairly decent amount of fat. So I always have patty lamb's meat. So I'll try not to have more than about 150 to 200 grams of lamb's meat that's very high in fat. I prefer the loin chop. And yeah, we'll talk about how I cook that in another video. And I'll have, as I said, that with 100 grams of butter, salted of course. Looks like this might turn out to be a bit of an omelette, which I don't mind. I was expecting scrambled eggs. I have made this before with mascarpone, which is an Italian cream cheese, and that did turn out like scrambled eggs. But this Kaymak, oh, it's definitely turning out to be an omelette, which I really like actually. I'll let that cook a little bit more, then I might try to fold it. Now while that is cooking, I'll give you a few other hints. If you don't have a gallbladder or you have trouble digesting fat, especially if you go high-fat carnivore, get a grass-fed gallbladder supplement. Take the recommended dosage. This is, for this particular brand, it's 2 capsules, about 5 minutes before you eat. You want to do that because you want the bile to dissolve just as the fat comes into your stomach. So 5 minutes before you eat, take your gallbladder supplement, and that will help you digest and you'll avoid getting heartburn. The other thing to take, I usually take at the end of the meal, I prefer Berocca Hydrate, but this is a yeah, it's an electrolyte basically. They say hydrate, but it's an electrolyte, and it contains sodium, magnesium and potassium. It's one of the fairly cost-effective options you can get off the shelf that contains magnesium and potassium. A lot of them don't contain all 3. That's why I prefer the Berocca brand. So I tend to take an electrolyte after the meal. This is looking quite good. I'm hoping I can fold it without ruining it, because I want to get that. Oh yeah, that's turning out pretty good. I want to kind of get that. You could almost sprinkle a bit of cheese on that as well. So I'll let that cook a bit more. But yeah, that's turning out wonderful. The first one with mascarpone, that turned out more like scrambled eggs, I think. That's because it was a store-bought version, and they have additives in it, like gum. I really don't like anything with additives, so yeah, always try to buy pure grass-fed meat, grass-fed butter, especially if it comes from New Zealand. And eggs, not much you can really do. They're generally fed crap, but pasture raised is the closest you're going to get. Avoid the egg whites, especially if you want to stay high fat. So I think that's probably cooked enough. Wow, that's turned out amazingly well. I'm going to give it a taste test. Whoa, look at that. I might drizzle the butter on it. Wow, that's, yeah, it's not high-fat scrambled eggs, it's high-fat omelette. Made with Kaymak, 3 egg yolks and a little bit of salt. Let's give it a taste test. Yeah, and even we'll look at the texture. It is so much like omelette, it's not funny, as in usually people cook omelette with the egg white as well as the maybe a bit of milk or cream, whereas this case it's just Kaymak, which is a cream, and 3 egg yolks. Let's see how we go. Don't forget, it's almost 0 sugar and very, very low in protein. Oh my God. That tastes, wow. It tastes cheesy. Even though it's made with cream, the combination of Kaymak cream and egg yolk, it's almost as though I put cheese in it when I haven't. So if you're allergic to dairy protein, which I also am, as well as egg protein, or you just want to be high fat in general, this is, oh my God, so delicious. I wish you could taste it. I'm gonna have another one. Here we go. I can't stop eating this. This is so damn good that I think I'll probably start eating this every day. Look at that. Yum, yum. I better leave some for the photo. And then I'm going to enjoy eating it. Anyway, if you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, keep the channel popular. I have quite a few more recipes and lots of hints and tips about high fat carnivore, why you should do it, the rationale behind it. It's especially good if you're trying to control diabetes through diet, but yeah, you know why you're doing high fat carnivore. Some people just do it for health. Some people are trying to control their metabolic disease, such as type 2 diabetes. But yeah, whatever your reason, this is the channel. So stay tuned for more recipes, more hints and tips, and more guidance. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.